Welcome back. Now for your 5-day weather forecast, we go outside to Yasmin Neal.
Although fall is here, we can expect nothing but sunshine and warm weather into the weekend and the beginning of next week. Here's your 5-day forecast. Today will be a beautiful sunny day with a high of 20. The evening will cool off to a low of 11. Saturday, the sunshine will continue with a high of 21, and the evening will cool off to a low of 15. Sunday will be a mix of sun and cloud, but there will still be a high of 23. And in the evening, there will be clear skies and a low of 13. Monday, they are talking about a 30% chance of rain. The afternoon will have a high of 20 degrees and a low of 11 in the evening. Tuesday, the warm weather won't be leaving us just yet, with a high of 21 and a low of 9. Tuesday is looking like a beautiful day with a mix of sun and cloud, but luckily, mostly sun. That is your 5-day forecast. Have a great weekend. Back to Rachel and John in the studio.
Thanks, Yasmin. Turning now to international and national news, a 5-story building collapse in Mumbai has left at least 8 dead and dozens still trapped. Over 30 people were rescued from the wreckage, but some still remain missing. The search continues as rescuers work throughout the night. This is the 3rd building collapse in Mumbai this year. In April, an illegally constructed building fell, killing 72 people, and 10 more died in a June collapse.
At least 17 people are dead and more than 40 wounded after a bus explosion in northern Pakistan. The bomb was planted in a bus carrying government employees. No group claimed responsibility, but militants have been in conflict with the government. Extremists in the northwest are fighting for a hardline Islamic State. The explosion follows 2 suicide attacks that killed Christians attending church last Sunday.
A top-ranking Kenyan official confirmed today that Kenya's military caused a 3-floor collapse at Westgate Mall. The collapse ended the 4-day siege, but may have killed some of the hostages. Kenyan troops fired rocket-propelled grenades at the terrorists in the mall. Investigators have determined the attackers rented and operated a small store inside the mall. The siege killed at least 67 people, including 2 Canadians.
UN investigators believe there may have been as many as 7 chemical weapons attacks in Syria. 3 of these 7 attacks occurred after the August 21st incident that prompted a U.S. military threat. The inspectors should be finished gathering evidence by Monday on all 7 attacks. A report is expected to be published by late October.
Iranian President Hassan Rouhani says Iran is committed to nuclear non-proliferation and emphasized that Iranian nuclear policy is peaceful. Speaking to media at the United Nations today, President Rouhani took questions on the future of Syria, Afghanistan, and Iran's economy. Rouhani said the people of Syria must have safety to decide their own future, and the international community must be sensitive to the presence of al-Qaeda in Syria.
Back at home, BlackBerry continues its downward spiral with the release of the company's second quarter numbers today. Its revenue plunged after disappointing sales of its new smartphones. Revenue from the 3-month period was $1.6 billion US, a 49% drop from the first quarter. In comparison to the same period last year, the numbers are down 45%. Cash on hand also dropped from $3.1 billion to $2.6 billion. Despite these numbers, BlackBerry continues to be essentially debt-free. A conditional takeover offer from Fairfax Financial is still in the works.
Calgary's Freeman on the Land is now in police custody. Andreas Pirelli, who declared a Calgary rental home an embassy, was arrested early this morning. In 2011, Pirelli rented a duplex from retiree Rebecca Caverhill. Caverhill says he gutted the bathroom and kitchen and changed the locks before declaring the home a sovereign embassy. After these allegations emerged, a Montreal landlady came forward to say that Pirelli moved into her apartment in 2007, declared it an embassy, and stopped paying rent.
And now with your sports news, here's Natalie Stoberman.
Thanks, guys. In their season opener, the reigning national and 3-time provincial champion Humber men's rugby team put Conestoga away 29-10. Joseph Ginsberg scored the first try of the season, and the Hawks added 2 more tries on the half. The Condors accepted the challenge and kept the game close in the second half. But even though Conestoga lost, the score is not as lopsided as the Hawks are used to. The Hawks will be on the road, traveling to Hamilton to play Mohawk next Wednesday. Women's rugby takes the field tonight in their home opener at 4:30. After 19 seasons of greatness, The Sandman has made his exit. Mariano Rivera threw his last game and made his way to the dugout with longtime teammates Derek Jeter and Andy Pettitte. There were tears, hugs, and cheers all around as Rivera received his congratulations from the crowd, teammates, and the opposing Tampa Bay Rays. The 43-year-old spent 19 seasons in the majors with the Yankees, set MLB records with 652 saves and 42 postseason saves, and will be the last player to wear number 42. The National League playoffs are already set, but the American League wildcard race is too close for comfort for two teams in the running. The Boston Red Sox, Detroit Tigers, and Oakland Athletics have already clinched their respective East, Central, and West divisions, but the last 3 games of the season will be crucial in deciding if the Tampa Bay Rays or the Cleveland Indians will be playing October baseball as the wild card. The worry is over for the National League teams. The Atlanta Braves and LA Dodgers have clinched their divisions, and the Pittsburgh Pirates and St. Louis Cardinals are both advancing, with the Cards most likely to clinch the NL Central Division. The Cincinnati Reds nabbed the wild card spot. The Blue Jays closed out their last road trip on the losing end in Baltimore 3-2. Mark Burley started the game for Toronto but was taken out in the 3rd inning after taking a line drive in the right calf and for allowing 3 runs on 8 hits. Jays offense didn't help much, only getting 2 hits on the night. Toronto will host Tampa Bay in their final 3 games of the season, with R.A. Dickey starting on the mound tonight. I'm Natalie Stroberman, and that's it for Humber Sports. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Natalie. After the break, we'll get the latest in entertainment from Bianca Bajkowski.
Who's Kanye West feuding with now, and which celebrity released a shocking tell-all book? Stay tuned for all the juicy details on today's Humber Entertainment.